What is up? Welcome back to the Dark Souls 2 walkthrough. So in this episode, we're going to get through the rest of the Undead Crypt. We got through a lot of it in the previous episode, and this time we're going to finish it off. So we're going to warp to the Undead Crypt. The Undead Ditch is what we want. And you'll remember at the end of the previous episode, we had just unlocked a shortcut that will prove useful to us. Basically, if you just walk on the bonfire, look a right, here's our shortcut. This thing fell down and connects the two areas. So on this side of the bridge, there's a treasure chest. And then we're going to go all the way back kind of where we first entered into this big room. And there was a sconce here that we didn't light, but we're going to go ahead and light it now. As long as you don't go into the room of that guy that doesn't want you to have a torch, you'll be fine with him. Just make sure that you don't carry a torch inside that room. But in here, you're okay. Even though he said not to light anything, go ahead and do it here. What this is going to do is it's going to spawn an invader. One that can possibly give us some goodies. Oh, good roll. He is subject to the same tactics that we've been using against other human type creatures. All right, and then we're going to do something else here. Actually, I'm going to go back, light the torch. So down here, if I can find my way. I actually think we do need to drop down here. And remember, we dropped down here. We've already beat this guy. This is how we got to the bonfire the first time. And I just gave up my torch, but oh well. We can use the flame butterfly. I wanted to get rid of him because I did not want him to interfere. So what happens here? This is totally optional. 100% optional. This is not required for any achievement or anything like that. But you light this down here. You see there's a warning. Don't you dare. Well, if you light it, it's going to spawn 11 of those invaders that we just fought. And now, you're not going to fight them all at once, but in certain areas of this place, when light is revealed, the shadows rise. In certain areas, they're going to spawn, and there's a total of 11 of them. Still got hit by that even though I attacked him. That's fine. And they are tough, you can see. There's a total of 11 of them, and they all spawn at various locations. And they can drop some good stuff. You see, I got a Skeptic Spice there. They can drop their armor or equipment. You can even get a fragrant branch of yore from them as a drop. But since I want to show you everything in this game, I'm going to go ahead and light the torch. And note, if you don't want to fight these guys, if it's not worth it to you, then don't do this. But I just want to show it to you because it is there. I don't know if I'm going to get all 11 of them, but there are, I believe it's 11 that spawn. Problem is I don't want to wreck my shield's, or my hammer's durability by breaking these rocks. I'm going to use my shield to parry. I can get away with it. There we go. Because there's one up this ladder. I can get through. That'll be great. All right, this guy's going to be annoying now. Oh, well, he broke it for me. Thanks for that. There's one up here. Watch out, because it... Oh, man, I'm getting... Ugh, this is bad. I need to drop off because I was cornered. Oh, I thought he... Yeah, I was getting trolled by that hollow. And then there was the other caster up there. So we'll take care of him down here. I wasn't prepared for that encounter. I should have been watching out. All right, got another spice there. We're just going to run back through kind of some of the places we've been. and get some of these encounters here. Whoop. Oh, that skeleton is a piece of work. There we go. Another spice there. So I've lost track. I think that was 4 that we've killed so far. If I lose track, let me know in the comments how many of these I actually get of the invaders. I'm gonna go back and rest at the bonfire. I know it's gonna respawn some of these skeletons that I've killed, but I'm not really concerned with this particular area anymore. For some of the invaders, we're gonna have to go back to more of the beginning of the level. There's at least one that's kind of back in an earlier room. I wanted to rest there because that'll give me my durability back, as well as my Estus flasks. Yeah, there's one back here. There's actually a couple of them in this room. At least 2 or 3. So I think by my count, this is number 5. Getting spice from all of them. There's one over here. I think my count is right. This would be number 6. Good roll there, buddy. And that's the end. We're going to be going there later. You see there's another one running around over there. He just dropped down. Being all crafty like. Get rid of this guy so he doesn't sneak up behind me. I see this guy comes back up the ladder if I'm going to have to chase him. I'm probably going to have to chase him. You going to come up or you going to stay down? Yeah, he's staying down. This is close quarters, but nothing beyond capabilities of the big bonk. Taking these guys out pretty easily, actually. Shielded the insolent, so I got his shield there. Pretty good. And these guys don't respawn, of course, as you would imagine from, you know, previous Red Phantom encounters in the game. They don't respawn. These guys are no different, but there are 11 of them. And you get what you get. As I said, they can drop fragrant branches. They can drop their equipment. We've been getting a lot of spices here. I know there's at least one back here. Make sure you don't have a torch if you're coming back here.
Human, do not produce light.
Well, kind of too late for that. There's one right here.
I'm welcome in this place.
I want to lure him back. So I'm gonna get him over here. Come on. Oh. He does have a lightning AoE attack that he can do. That can be pretty hefty. He's got that dark AoE attack, so I feel like I gotta kind of retreat here, heal up. And he's gonna sunlight spear me. Trying to heal? No, sir. Whatever it was you're trying to do there. Twinkling Titanite for that one. All right, now we're behind these casters. He's got a lot of HP. See, there's another one back there. I can't lock on because this particular room is dark. These orbs are going to get me. I don't roll through them. All I want is the, is that number 7 or number 8? I can't remember. I knew I was going to lose track. I think this one's number 9 up here. I think. Ah, he rolled away. Old Nighthammer at risk. That's not what I like to see. All right, I got to get out of here, so I don't want to break. If I die because of this. Oh. Not good. Not good. Not good. He's dark orbing me. I need to repair. There we go. There he is. Hello. Welcome back. Fragrant branch or your? So since I want to have the exact number of fragrant branches that you guys have, since this is an RNG drop, I'm actually going to drop this one fragrant branch because I don't want to be carrying it around and able to access another door by accident that you guys can't access if you don't get this drop. So I'm going to leave this one fragrant branch behind. Just one. Can I? Well, let me do it. Discard. I'm worried about doing this. I don't think it's going to let me do it. I just have to know that I really only have one. So I have -1. Yeah, it's not letting me drop it. Sadly, I can't. I guess you can't drop these. That's weird. Yeah, because it's ghosted out, you see? Yeah. So I just have to remember in the back of my mind, I only truly have whatever my fragrant branch count is, -1. Black Witch's Staff. That's pretty good. I believe that's a staff that allows you to cast miracles and sorceries. Yeah, use sorceries, miracles, and hexes with it. Now, I did get that as a random drop. There's actually a guaranteed one that we're going to get in a different area later. You can summon Devotee Scarlet. I think we saw that when we first got in here. Take this guy out. There might be one more phantom this way. Let's see. One more in here. Yep. There he is. I think this is number 10, I think. Okay. Twinkling from him. And I don't think there's any more further back, but I'm going to check. There's our Torchman friend. If he follows you, make sure that you take him out. Yeah, there's none back in this bonfire room. So I'm not going to rest at this bonfire because I don't want to respawn everybody ahead of me. But when we get back to our other bonfire, I am going to rest at it. Actually, I'm going to take him out because I don't want him to mess up this NPC over here. So back to where we were before. I'm going to rest at that bonfire, and then we're going to move on through the area. Actually, well, I say that. I think there might be one more Invader if we progressed down. You remember that hallway where we dropped? There were the two guys with the great shields, the dual great shields. There might be a phantom in that spot. I'm going to check. Just because I can't remember at that guy up there that I didn't kill earlier. Yeah, there was one in this room, so there's probably not one in here. I'm gonna check. I can kind of see behind these guys. It definitely does not look like there's one. So I'm gonna go back around to our bonfire. Rest. Get my durability back. My Estus back. Because where we're going next is not a happy place. We go, our bonfire's back over here. Okay, so where we're going is another one of these areas with all the rocks and whatnot. And there are a ton of the statues where like those phantom enemies spawn rather. And I'm going to do the craftsman hammer just because I'm going to be breaking some rocks, most likely breaking the statues, and I don't want durability to be a factor in that. So, kind of the same priority is get to those statues and bust them open. And a bell's probably going to get rung, and it's going to spawn a bunch of these. Here we got Mace of the Insolent Soul over here. Yep, there they are. So priority one, I'm just destroying the statues. And if I die here, at the very least, some of the statues will be gone. You see, these guys cast just insane spells. My preference obviously is to not die, but if I do, at least some of the statues that are spawning these things are going to be gone now. Oh, he's hitting me through the statue. That's worthy of a double chug. Fortunately, that blocked the pyromancy. Take out these ones that are already here. Yeah, that stuff can be bad. Those pyromancies, the spells can be bad. Yeah, this room is pretty dicey. There's at least one statue back in one of these corners. Well, the bell that keeps ringing is back here. There's at least one statue back here. Yeah, you see that statue back there? Yeah, those melee attacks even are pretty powerful. All right, get this statue. This might be the last statue. We'll see. Okay. That's a random drop. Oh, there's another statue. All right, there we go. That should be the last one. I'm gonna go back here, heal. Take out this last phantom. I think. Oh, I thought I got that statue already. Is that a bell? No, that's definitely a statue. There we go. One more hit left. Okay, I think that's it for all the statues in here. So you can ring the bells all you want now. That's my exit. Get out of here. Okay. Alrighty. So we got the graveyard mace. One of these is a fake wall. It's gonna go on down the line till I find it. Where's the fake wall? There we go. And in here we got a Pharaoh's Lockstone. We're gonna use it. I think this is a random drop from an enemy. Yeah. But in here. Oh, yes, we got our I think this is number 11, is it? Oh, I don't have my big hammer on. That's too bad. So we're gonna have to fight this guy with normal combat. Not endless pancake mode, sadly. I think that might have been the last one. Olden Ford staff and a great lightning spear. Our Radiant Life Gem Homer Bone on the skeleton there. We're just going to be hitting these. Kind of side paths. Large level Proud Knight and Dragon Charm. All right, so we're done in this room pretty much. I think I'm just going to make sure I hit all these side paths, make sure didn't leave anything behind. That was a statue that we broke. Awesome. That was the Pharaoh's Lockstone door. This is a bell the guy kept ringing, spawning more of the phantoms. And so you see we are not in an ideal Estus flask situation, so I'm going to rest again at the bonfire. And so we're headed now is that spot that I mentioned before is for kind of the progression. And so this is a place that has a ton of statues that spawn the phantoms, but there's only one bell. And there's a way to make sure that that bell never gets rung. So when you want to drop to the right of the stairs and go underneath, there's going to be a hollow here. Make sure you hit the hollow, but not the bell. So that's why I have the small hammer equipped. There's going to be another one that comes over. Get this hollow. Then there's going to be a third hollow that spawns right here. As long as you get all three of these, you should be fine, but be careful not to hit the bell. And watch me, I'm going to hit the freaking bell. Watch me do it. Okay, I didn't do it. There we go. I jinxed myself in the best way possible, because if this bell rings, there's a ton of phantoms that spawn. It is bad. Just, yes, definitely. Take those hollows out before heading into this room, because it will go badly. All right, so opposite the bell, there is a invisible hollow. There you go. And we're going to count 6 pillars. I think behind the 6th one is another invisible hollow. Got an enemy here. So maybe that previous one I fought was number 10. This must be number 11. So I think we got all of them. I'm pretty much positive we got all of them at this point. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think the invisible hollow is around here somewhere on this pillar. Here he is. You look down this hall and just imagine, I don't think these are even breakable statues, but the things spawn, I think, from these columns, and it's just, oof, it's bad. All right, so problem is I lost count of which pillar was which. Because on the next one, there is another invisible hollow. So I got to go back to the front. We're going to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7. Go. And there's going to be enemies over here. Now, one of them is a Dragon Rider. The Dragon Rider does not respawn. These knights do respawn, but the Dragon Rider does not. So we're going to fight them all. Get the Dragon Rider while we're at it. I'm gonna go regular Craftsman Hammer for the quicker attacks. Oop, got smacked. That's fine. Got a little bit of a stun, but I was out of stamina. You fight enough of these guys before. Whoop, got caught without stamina there. That was almost bad. One more hit. All right, so as I said, this Dragon Rider does not respawn. The other ones do. All right, there's an invisible hollow around this one. Whoop, missed him. There he is. And counting from this side, the 9th one has an invisible hollow. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So that's all the invisible hollows in this room. We also have a hidden moth in here. You look above. See him hiding behind that little structure there. Go on and knock him down. I'm gonna pop a heal. Then we got some treasure to pick up. Got another fragrant branch. So that's my third. Technically, I should only have 2 because I got one is a random drop from one of those invaders. All right, a torch. Some throwing knives. And finally, we're going to get a Dark Nightstone. Okay, so in here we have a Velstadt, our next boss. You want to summon help, you certainly can. The Grave Warden, you can bring him in. I believe this boss has a cutscene, so I'm going to wait to cast Sunlight Blade until after the cutscene's over because the cutscene does cut into your spell time, unfortunately. So I'm going to wait before casting Sunlight Blade. This boss is not too bad. The main thing is to get behind him. He will phase change at about half health, roughly. He does have some dark projectiles. The best thing to do is when he's casting the projectiles is to stay close to him, preferably behind him, and those should miss you. Other than that, I mean, this really is not that hard of a boss fight. So, we'll soon find out. Here we go. I was right about the cutscene. Good. Remember to cast Sunlight Blade as soon as the fight starts. All right, cast. I am using the Craftsman Hammer on purpose. I want a faster weapon for this fight. So his attacks are very slow as I get hit by one, but it makes it so it's relatively easy to get behind him and get hits. See, his attacks are very telegraphed. He does have that quick turnaround recovery attack. I'm gonna heal up here for safety. You see, we're doing some pretty solid damage. Nope, I got slammed. So here he's doing his phase transform. You will get dark attacks as a result. You can hit him, but you might take damage as a result if he has an AoE here. No AoE. You can punish that transform. And I believe his attack power increases, and also I believe his defense increases in a second phase. I'm gonna double chug. And here I think he's doing his yeah, that's his projectile. As I said, you want to be close to him and preferably behind him, and that'll miss. Maybe you can take him out here. And that is Velstadt, the Royal Aegis. So we get his soul. Do not consume this soul. We need it for a spell. All right. And behind Velstadt, we have something very important. Do not attack. This is King Vendrick. You'll notice he is quite large. You might find more out about that later. He is completely hollow. And he is a shell of his former self. So Velstadt was kind of his right hand, his guardian. and stayed with him, protecting him until the bitter end. And so yeah, Velstadt was loyal and wanted to protect him, and the king hid himself away down here and ended up going hollow. Here we can pick up something very important that we need, the king's ring. We get a trophy for that. We need this for story purposes. Let's take a look at the king's ring. I think, is it a key item? Or is it an actual ring? I think it might be an actual ring. Here we go. Opens the king's gate. Soul is much like a curse, and those with strong souls must bear within themselves an even stronger curse. Vendrick, king of Drangleic, used a powerful soul to keep the curse at bay. In the end, he sought the flame that began it all. Wear this ring to open the king's gate. So the king, he was trying to do everything he could to keep the curse at bay. He did not want to link the fire. He did not link the fire, as we know. We already knew that by this point. But he himself was cursed and succumbed to the curse and became hollow. So pretty crazy. We have the Emerald Herald here to speak to us.
This ring is the symbol of the king. Use it to gain passage through the king's gate and venture to the far east, bearer of the curse. If you are to be, then one day you will walk through without really knowing.
All right, kind of hinting that we're going to be the next monarch. So what we can do now is just use a Homer bone. There's no bonfire over here. And if you go back to the anti-torch guy, now that we have beat Velstadt and encountered the king, he's got something else for us. So we're going to go visit with him. Again, make sure you don't have a torch lit. Same rules apply.
Human, do not produce light. Light? What do you... You have met the king, have you? Life is never easy. May you find your peace. Take these with you.
All right, so we get his armor and weapon.
I am a finito. This task countless going, so we will meet again.
Okay, so now we're just going to warp back. Going to use all of these souls to level up. As I mentioned, do not use the soul of Velstadt for souls. We're going to need to cash it in. Or a spell that is required for trophy purposes if you're going for all achievements.
Bearer until...
All right, so at this point, I do want to get my attunement up. And we have just under what we need for one more level, so I'm going to use a few soul items for that. But not Velstadt soul. Do not use Velstadt soul. You see, it's a different color even. All right, I think that should be enough. Let's check. It is.
Bearer until...
I'm gonna level up Vigor. In this playthrough, I'm going to get my attunement all the way up to 30. Because the next spell that we get, you'll see when we get there. We have one more stop to make before we get there. What we're gonna do now is, now that we got an extra fragrant branch, and I'm not talking about the one that I got as a pickup, I'm talking about the one that we got in the treasure chest before the boss fight. We can go back here to the shaded ruins. And there was one of the petrified lion dudes that we did not unpetrify when we were there because we did not have enough fragrant branches at the time, but now we do. So I'm going to go ahead and put the big bonk hammer back on. Oh, he can survive more than one hit. The statue that we want is over here. This is the one that we did not undo. You get a mask. Oh, they do not stagger. Fancy. So we're going to unpetrify this one. Trying to lock onto him. Here we go. Yeah, man, they got poise. Almost killed me there. Then with the surprise attack. There we go. Still effective, though. Got the Warlock mask. And the Warlock mask, there it is, increases the number of souls acquired. So you put it on and you're going to get more souls, very similar to the covetous silver serpent ring that we have equipped. All right, so we got what we came for. Gonna warp back to the bonfire. Now we're gonna go back to Strayed, and we're gonna get a spell called Sacred Oath. And that's gonna be from Velstadt's soul. And Sacred Oath will boost both your attack power and your defense. It's kind of, sort of similar, but it's similar in effect to Golden Vow, for those of you who are familiar with Elden Ring. Not quite as good as Golden Vow. Now, the downside of Sacred Oath is that it takes 4 attunement slots to equip. And that is a... it is a pain to deal with that, but it is what it is. That's why I'm leveling up my attunement as high as I am in this playthrough. All right, so we can trade, and now we can get Sacred Oath. And I'm probably going to use it. I'll probably use it. That's why I'm leveling up my attunement, as I said. All right, so we actually have one more thing to do here in the Lost Bastille, so we're going to go down the stairs. Those of you remember, we passed up a Pharaoh's Lockstone opportunity earlier in the playthrough. And I said we'll come back here later to get it. It's a soul vessel. Actually, I want to be up there for the elevator. I'm just going to take the elevator down. That's the easiest way of doing it. It's for a soul vessel. And at the time, we did not have enough Pharaoh's Lockstones to open up the door, but now we have more than enough, so we're going to go in and do it. And remember, there is an assassin in here. Done right in front of me. Made my job kind of easy. There we go. And the Pharaoh's Lockstone that we passed up, it's right here. And here we have our soul vessel. This will be used. You can use it to respec if you wish. And go on and use another homeward bone. I don't have to walk all the way back to the bonfire. And that's going to do it for this episode. So I'll warp back to Majula. You can hear the pretty music. Get all the scenery, the waves, all that good stuff. Nice, serene place to end an episode. That's going to do it. And yeah, that's it for the Undead Crypt. So we have located the king, but there is still more for us to do. Some mysteries yet to solve. So yeah, we'll be doing all that, and we'll get a good start on it next time when we pick up and move forward in the game. So, all right. Hope you all have a good one. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Till then, take care.